After you hit subscribe, don't forget to hit the notification bell as well as stay tuned at the end of the video for the question of the day.
See ya!
What's going on, my fellow fuzzbuds? ZabuTheSergal here, and I'm back with another video just to educate my people. Okay, so this is probably going to be something that like almost every single fursuiter in existence today has just a tiny bit of a fear of. And that's when you're interacting with people outside of suit and they may or may not have good old little grubby stains on their little hands. And the main reason why this is such a problem is because, as we know, fursuits are very hard to clean because it's hard to just, you know, like take a fursuit, throw it in the wash and douse a bunch of bleach on it and then let it go. That's a very bad thing when it comes to fursuits because they are very delicate things. I mean, they can be built structurally sound, but like as far as fursuits themselves, they are quite delicate and you have to go through a lot of different like motions and stuff like that just to make sure that you take care of your fursuit. And like, you know, say for example, you're at a con or whatever and some person just got done eating and they look to the left and they see their favorite fursuiter and they're like, oh my god, loose and then they like run up to you and they give you a great big old hug and you're like, oh hey, you know, nice to meet you too, and all that stuff. And you know, they got these cheeseburger drippings all over their hands and they just gave you a big hug not thinking about it, and then they just got these stains on your suit. And of course, when it comes to stains, the quicker you get to it, the better off you'll be, and the, you know, the easier it is to get it out. So if you get that stain on your suit and let's say hours pass before somebody notices that it's on your suit and then you rush to go get it washed, then this stain might, you know, spread around or something like that and it might get embedded in your suit, and that can be something that can ruin somebody's suit because depending on how much of the stain it is and depending on how prominent it is, that could be something that can make or break somebody's entire design. And that could also like ruin their con experience because they've been waiting like for a very long time for this con to get back up and running just to have somebody's stain ruin their suit. And of course, this doesn't just stretch across the furry fandom. This goes to like mainly like in the cosplay fandom too. Because in case you guys don't know, back a couple years ago when Homestuck was like at its peak and like people would start doing the Homestuck cosplays, like, you know how the Homestuck trolls or whatever, they have gray skin, so whenever a cosplayer would cosplay one of these characters, they would, you know, make their skin gray however they see fit. Some use makeup, some use acrylic paint, some use other paints and stuff like that. And the bad thing about paint is that it's really hard to seal paint on the skin. So like, these cosplayers are going around just hugging people and leaving all these kinds of gray stains and stuff on their cosplays. And as we know, when it comes to like the cosplay and the fursuiting community, what we wear costs a lot of money. A lot of people don't seem to think that, but yes, these stuff costs a lot of money. So if you're, you know, outside of suit or whatever and you're interacting with somebody that's in suit or in a cosplay or something like that, then definitely make sure that your hands, feet, and other objects are tidy and clean. Because of course, you wouldn't want this same thing to happen to you. You just got your fresh suit and then somebody brings their little grubby grompers up on you, start leaving stains and stuff, and yeah, that stuff can be very hard to get out. So yeah, make sure that you know, wipe your hands down, make sure that they're nice and clean before you interact with these people. And also, if you are a fursuiter and you're going to a con, make sure you bring your emergency wash kit. I recommend Awesome. I think you can get it from the dollar store for like $1 or whatever. But that stuff and some warm water works wonders. I tell you, it got a makeup stain out of my suit. But of course, that was more of my fault because whenever I was interacting with one of my friends or whatever, like I gave her a hug and like she had, you know, face makeup on and stuff, and like our faces just kind of touched. And so I got a little bit of a smudge right here. I don't know if you guys remember that. Maybe it was subtle. I like how I'm pointing it out after I'd already got it taken care of. actually some of you might remember because I actually did a Fursuit 101 video where me and Babby were explaining how to, you know, properly wash your fursuit heads and get said stains out. So yeah, I've actually touched up on that. So yeah, if you're going to a con and you're a fursuiter or whatever, definitely bring you some Awesome or something like that. I don't know if like regular dish soap would do very well, but use what you got. But if you got the chance to bring the Awesome, definitely bring the Awesome, because that stuff, as the name implies, is awesome. But yeah, all in all, just make sure that you are being aware of your phalanges when interacting with other people. Make sure that they are nice and tidy and clean. That way everybody can have a wonderful fursuiting experience. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead and close this. So if you like this video, go ahead and scratch that like button so that I can know to post more awesome content in the future. You want to talk to me? Have some Twitter. You want to stay updated as well as know when the next Q&A is going to be? Have Fur Affinity. Want to draw fan art of ZabuTheSergal? Fan art is always welcome. Keep it PG-13. Nah. But as always, my name is ZabuTheSergal, and I'm out of here. La 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 la. Question of the day. Have you ever put a stain on somebody else's suit? Post your comments down there in the dibbly below and I'll share my thoughts with you guys. Ah!